Hello students, today we are going to discuss about cylindrical coordinate system. In the last class we have seen Cartesian or rectangular coordinate system where x, y, z are the coordinates. Here we are going to see cylindrical coordinate system. In the cylindrical coordinate system, the coordinates are rho, phi, z. Here this is an example for your cylindrical coordinate system. Here rho is nothing but it is a radius vector. Rho is a radius vector and phi is a angle between x-axis and your radius vector. So rho is a only the difference is here the coordinates you need to keep in mind what are all the coordinates we are having in every coordinate system. Like in the cylindrical coordinate system, rho, phi, z are the coordinates. So let us see how to get these cylindrical coordinate systems in terms of rectangular coordinate systems. So for that let us consider this is your y-axis and this is your x-axis. So this is your x coordinate and this is your y coordinate of your rectangular coordinate system. Here we are going to consider or here we are going to find these rectangular coordinates are these cylindrical coordinates, that is of rho, phi, z in terms of x and y and z, that is of in terms of rectangular coordinates. So here x and y are the, so let us consider this is a radius vector. Let us draw here radius vector whose radius is rho and which is making an angle of phi. This becomes your x, this becomes your y1 and this becomes your x1, this becomes your y1, this becomes your x1. From the right angle triangle, here it is of 90 degrees. Then this rho, we can consider this rho is a hypotenuse of right angle triangle. So from this, the rho becomes, rho is equal to, according to the Pythagoras theorem, rho is equal to under root of x1 square plus y1 square. Rho is equal to x1 square plus y1 square. Then phi is equal to, phi is nothing but your tan inverse of, phi is equal to tan inverse of y1 by x1. Tan inverse of y1 by x1. So here we got, that is of z is nothing but your z normal, so z is equal to z only. So here we got cylindrical coordinates in terms of rectangular coordinates. Rho is equal to root of x1 square plus y1 square, phi is equal to tan inverse of y1 by x1, z is equal to z. Next let us find rectangular coordinates in terms of cylindrical coordinates. Further let us consider rectangular coordinates. This is your x and this is your y, and here you have a radius vector, that is your rho, and which is making an angle of phi. If this is of rho, if this is of rho, can I write this is equal to, this total length is equal to rho into sin phi. This becomes rho into cos phi. This is equal to rho into sin phi. This is equal to, this length is equal to rho into cos phi. So from this we can write x1 is equal to rho into cos phi. y1 is equal to rho into sin phi. Then this rho is nothing but this is your hypotenuse. From this, rho is equal to x1 square, rho into rho square into cos square phi, rho square into sin square phi. Then ultimately you will get rho is equal to rho. So x1 is equal to rho into cos phi, y1 is equal to rho into sin phi, and z is equal to z only. So this is a how to get the cylindrical coordinates in terms of rectangular coordinates and rectangular coordinates in terms of cylindrical coordinates. So here rho is nothing but your radius vector. For example, if I consider, so this is your y and this is your x. So how you are going to get this cylindrical coordinate system? So this is your rho is a radius vector and this is your phi. So if I want to maintain a radius of a circle constant, so in a circle the radius becomes constant. So to maintain radius constant, if I increase x value, I need to decrease y value, then the rho becomes constant. For example, so this is a value of x oriented to this point of rho. If I decrease x value, if I take this point, then I need to increase the y value. Then you are going to get one more rho, that is of which is equal to actual radius. Again, if I repeat this for 360 degrees, if I repeat this for, that is of increasing x or decreasing x and increasing y or decreasing y. So if I repeat this change for 360 degrees, here you are going to get one circle. Here you are going to get one circle. The orientation of the circle will be from these 5 changes from 0 to 360. These 5 changes from 0 to 360. So by making changes in the x and y, here you are going to get one circle. At the same time, if you do change in the z direction also, you are going to get this type of cylindrical coordinate system. This type of cylinder it is going to appear. Only if you make the changes in x and y, this circle only will appear. If you do at the same time, if you do in the z direction also, then there is a formation of one cylinder. This is called as how the cylindrical coordinate system will be formed. Now let us see this rectangular coordinate system, like a conversion from rectangular to cylindrical coordinate system. Rectangular to conversion from rectangular to cylindrical coordinate system conversion. For this, we need to consider some unit vectors. So if it is of y-axis and this is your x-axis, let us draw one radius vector, that is your rho is a length of this radius vector. Let us draw one circle and the angle made by this radius vector is phi. The unit vector along the length of this radius vector, let us consider this is your arrow, and this radius vector is making an angle of phi at this point. So the angle changes from 0 to 360 degrees. So to get the radius vector, to get the unit vector of this phi angle, let us draw one tangent here. This tangent is nothing but your unit vector of this angle phi. So this is a unit vector of this tangent, indicates the unit vector of this angle phi. So here you got arrow and a phi. Now we are going to consider rectangular to cylindrical coordinate conversion. So if you define a point in a space, if you define any point, A is a point, you have defined a point, it is having some projections on x, y, z, rho, phi, z. So it may have a projections on these all coordinates. let us consider if A is a point, so its vector becomes A is equal to AX with an angle of AX and AY and AZ. This is your vector. A is equal to AX in the direction of AX, that is of AX is nothing but this is a projection of this point on in the X direction. This is the projection of this point on Y direction. This is the projection. So let us consider the projection of rho, the projection of point A on rho, that can be written as A rho in the direction of A rho, and the projection of A on phi, that is A phi, the projection of point A in Z direction, that is your AZ. So A rho is nothing but it is a projection. So for this one, let us consider, for example, if this is a vector B, and if this is a vector A, the angle between these two vectors is, let us consider theta. There will be some projection of A on B. That projection will be obtained. Let us consider one hypotenuse here. So what will be the length of this one? This length can be written as A bar into cos theta, this will be in terms of sin theta. So the projection of A bar on B is A bar into cos theta. This A bar into cos theta, and here we have to consider the projection on this, the direction on the B bar is can be written as, let us consider one unit vector. And this AB is nothing but this is your unit vector along the length of this vector B. So the projection will be A bar cos theta, and in the length of, that is of in the direction of B bar. So this projection can be written as A bar dot, so A bar into AB into cos theta. So this total can be written as A bar dot, this is your multiplication, not a dot, this is your multiplication. So this total can be written as dot product between your A bar and your unit vector. So by considering the same concept, if I want to find the projection, this is the A rho. The projection of A on rho, that is A rho is equal to, we can write A rho is equal to projection of A. So that vector and the direction can be specified with A rho, and the projection on phi, A phi is equal to unit vector. Next, AZ is equal to the projection of A on Z direction, that is of A dot product with z. So we can elaborate it. A is nothing but your vector. So A is nothing but this is your vector. So here we can write ax bar plus ay bar plus az bar. Totally dot product with arrow. And similarly here ax bar plus ay bar plus az bar with dot product with a5. Next ax bar ay bar az bar dot product with az. So if you simplify this one, so ax, so here you are going to get ax is nothing but it is a scalar value. So ax this is a vector and the dot product between the two vectors plus ay is a scalar, ay dot arrow plus az dot arrow. Next the second one is ax dot a5 plus ay is equal to ay dot a5 plus az dot a5. Next the third one is ax dot az plus ay dot az plus az dot az. So from the concept of dot product, here x, y, z are orthogonal to each other. X, y, z are orthogonal to each other and rho, phi, z are orthogonal to each other. Rho, phi, z are orthogonal to each other. It means that they are perpendicular to each other. So here you are having ax dot arrow, ay dot arrow, az dot arrow. Here rho and z are orthogonal to each other. The dot product becomes, this dot product becomes 0 because it becomes your az, that is the magnitude of az, that becomes 1, and arrow magnitude, and cos, these z and rho are perpendicular to each other, so cos 90, this totally being cos 90 equal to 0, this total term becomes 0, this total term becomes 0, this one, this total term. Next, while coming to the ax dot a5, ay dot a5, az dot arrow, so this term becomes 0. Next, while coming to the ax dot az, x and y and z are perpendicular to each other, so this term becomes 0. Ay dot az, this term becomes 0. Az dot az is equal to, this term becomes 1. So arrow, here you will get arrow is equal to only these two terms, a5 is equal to these two terms, and az is nothing but only this term, that is az is equal to az. Now let us have it one table, that is of relation between your rectangular coordinates and your cylindrical coordinate. So no need to remember anything, just have an idea of concept. So how we are getting the relation between your rectangular coordinates and your cylindrical coordinates. For this one, so let us consider this is your y coordinate and this is your x coordinate. and this is your radius vector. This is your radius vector, and we have considered some tangent vector, that is of tangent. The tangent of the circle indicates the phi. So this is your angle of phi. So this is your angle of phi. Then here you are going to have the angle of 90 degrees. So according to the triangle, the total angle should be equal to 180 degrees. Here you got 90, here you have got phi. So this becomes your 90. This becomes your 90 minus phi. If it is of 90 minus phi, the total becomes 180 degrees. Then this angle becomes 90 plus phi. And so this is an angle of 90 degrees. So this is an angle of again 90 degrees. So this becomes your 90 minus phi. This angle becomes 90 minus phi. This becomes your phi, and according to the symmetry, this angle also becomes phi. So this is your phi, and this is your 90 minus phi. Because here totally it is of 90 degrees. This one and this one are perpendicular to each other. This y and x is perpendicular to each other. So this totally it is of 90 degrees. Then it is of 5 degrees. Then this becomes your 90 minus 5. So just you need to have an idea of this one. Then it is possible to get the relation between your unit vectors of your rectangular coordinate systems and your cylindrical coordinate systems. So from this, let us consider this is your y-axis and this is your x-axis. And this is your rho, that is your A rho. Let us consider this is your A rho, that is of unit vector along the length of rho. Unit vector along the length of rho. So this is an angle of phi. Then what about this one? This is nothing but your A rho. Can I write A rho sin phi? This is your A rho sin phi, and this becomes your A rho cos phi. This is equal to A rho cos phi. This is also A rho sin phi, and this is your A rho cos phi. So from this we can write a table like AX, AY, AZ, and this is your A rho, A phi, AZ. So what we got here, X is nothing but your AX is nothing but your A rho cos phi. AX is nothing but your A rho cos phi. So can I write here cos phi? So AX is nothing but A rho cos phi. AY is equal to A rho sin phi, and AZ is equal to, there is no any projection, so that is equal to 0. Next, because these two are perpendicular to each other, A rho and AZ are perpendicular to each other, so there will be no projection. Next, AX with A phi. Let us consider AX with A phi. So for that, so this is your X and this is your Y. Let us consider this tangent. Let us consider this tangent. So which is making an angle of phi. So this becomes your X and this becomes your Y. So this length becomes your Y and this length becomes your X. So this is the direction. So what will be the value of this one? So this is your A phi, the unit vector along this length is a phi. Then we can write here a phi sin phi, and this is equal to a phi cos phi. But if you observe here, the projection is on the opposite direction. This is your x-axis, so this is the direction will be in opposite direction. So ax is equal to minus sin phi, that is of minus a rho, that is of a phi sin phi. Next, what about your y? The y is equal to ay is equal to cos phi. Next, these two are perpendicular, so there will not be any projection. Next, ax and az, this is equal to 0 because of they are perpendicular to each other. Ay and az perpendicular to each other. Az and az, this is equal to 1. So this is a table which indicates the relation between the unit vectors of your rectangular coordinates and your cylindrical coordinate. Only just remember this concept. Remember this, the angles, how the angles are made with the tangent and with the radius vector. Then it is possible to get this table. So in the next class we'll see the numericals related to this cylindrical coordinate system. Thank you.